Whew, that was lucky. Okay, recording. Right, so yeah, so well done for everybody that's come on. Well done for all your work. I'm really amazed with it. You've made some amazing creations, and the fact that you've used the recycling side of it to make flowers and leaves and all sorts as well to go on it is really, really great. So yeah, it just gives me so much inspiration to look at your work, and I really couldn't pick a winner. I was just so sort of, oh my god, I wanted to give it to so many people. I picked so many. There was like a you know, level 1, 2, 3, and even in level 3 I probably had about 70 people in it, and I just wanted to give you all a prize, but I can't. So I've picked the first one, second one, and then one for the sharer, somebody that shared. And then if you stay to the end, so if you stay for this flower thing and you stay to the end, I will then have 2 other prizes to give out. I'm going to screenshot everybody, whoever's still on here, you will go into a prize draw as well. So one of you is going to win a book, and the other one is going to, the Pinterest book by Ali Davis, and the other one is going to win a mini sort of Fascinator hat block, you know, the round ones. So you guys that are on here now, thank you so much for coming on. And if you just stay to the end, then I'll screenshot you, and then I'll pick someone who's going to win those 2 as well. So yeah, Reddy's just plonked himself on my flowers and my notes and everything. Move that. Right, so now I'm going to tell you about the flower. Then I'm going to quickly go over the academy. Then I'm going to tell you who's won the prizes, and then we can open up to questions. If you've got any questions about hats, you know, feel free to ask me. Hope you got your drinks ready. And here's the Mr. Man who is sitting on my flower right now. So he has joined us. Move that out of the way. You sit there. Now, some of you have been making, whoops. Yeah, make yourself comfy. Some of you have been making amazing flowers already, and I just feel as if, should I show you this? Because you're just all fantastic. You've all made amazing things. But just in case there's anybody who doesn't know about flowers and unsure, I'm just going to show you this quick way of doing one. I tend to sew everything, so this will take a little while. But if you've got your bits with you, I'm just going to start it off anyway and sort of show you how to do it. So the other day I was telling you about petals, and I've got this one which is slightly bigger, and then I've got this one which is slightly smaller. And then I've cut out this little part here which can go in the middle, so you can just make things like that. You can use beads and all sorts to go in the middle. So this little thing here can then sort of rouge up or keep it open. So then I've got another one here which can go on the top, and then you can put a bead on top of that. You can like squish them both up, or you can make a big flower like that. So you could keep going with flowers and going out and out and out and having massive ones, and then have a stamen in the middle, have some leaves in if you want, but that little thing there can sort of go into the middle of my piece. Then also I've got a leaf here, so this one, which then are great because you can twist them. And if you get some boiling water, you could dip that in boiling, well, the end, say, in boiling water, and see what happens to it. With some of the plastics, they actually start melting and twisting, and then you can see what it does. You can sort of manipulate it a bit. Other ones don't do that much. These milk bottle ones don't they don't do that much in hot water, but the other pots and plastics and things do. So this one's really nice as well. Also just cut a little strip, you know, because this sort of thing can just be good for making extras, little flowers themselves, you know, little extra bits that can go on hats. So always keep your plastics and things like that. If you have any questions throughout, by the way, just put it into the chat box and I will come to it at the end. And if any of you are, please mute yourself just because the noise comes through. So if any of you if there's any of you not muted, I'll just mute all. Okay, just because the sound otherwise comes through. And if you want to ask a question, you can just unmute yourself and then come on and ask a question. So it's quite hard to do when a cat's sitting on all your stuff here. So I've just got a little bit of foamy stuff in the back, and I've done this in white just so you can see the stitching, so that looks terrible, but it's just so you can see it. So I've got a little foamy thing at the back there, and I've just gone across the back here, and I will stitch everything. So the way I stitch on is doing 2 little stitches, because if I do one, then it will start moving around a lot more than that. So I do 2 lots of stitches. I make little holes with pins first, and then I can get in and do that. So I'm just then going to come up the side.
Excuse me, Catherine.
Hello? Yeah.
Could you hold it up on the other side of the screen? Because a lot of people have got pictures of everyone in the way on their screen.
Okay, you can move those. If you're on a computer, you can actually put your cursor on it and move the faces to the left or to the right or the top.
Well, I'll be fine now, but it was for everyone else's benefit.
Okay, thank you. Is that better? Okay, so this one here, I've just put these big ones, and I always have uneven numbers with everything. So I've got 5 here, and I'm going to have 5 petals and 5 petals. You could have 7 petals, but you don't necessarily want to have even ones. So you don't want to have 6. Everything should be uneven and odd. So we've got those there, and then I need to put just a couple more. You can do this along with me if you've got your petals cut out from the Facebook when I said the other day. If you've got them, you can just do it along with me. So I'm just going to put another one here. And I'm just going to make my stitch as small as possible. But obviously, can you see that all right? I can't, you know, have it just sort of 1 millimeter. So it's about 2 millimeters. So I've just got this smallest, tiniest little stitch. It's like that big, the stitch. So then we go.
Possibly chatting to a very attractive young man.
Whatever she's doing, Mum, I'm sure she'll have her reasons.
Always making excuses.
No, I trust her.
And I'm
Okay. So we just go through again, and I just do that another time, another stitch. I won't just do one, I'll do 2. And then you can hide these stitches at the end of the day with something extra on top. If you've got like a silver hat and you do it with white stitches, then you could just spray it and colour it in afterwards, your stitches. You know, if you've got the right colour, then brilliant. But if you've got another colour, then always go for a lighter thread, because then you can always colour it in. So just doing that. So I've just got 2 little stitches there. And then what we're going to add to the top of that is a little rolly one. So this one here is just as before, and then I can actually roll it with my fingers. It's really tightly. I can just hold it there for a few seconds. And then I'll get a little rolly curl. So that's quite nice to put on as well. So we've got a few of those, and then we've got the other black one in the middle. And also with these leaves, you can you can fold them. So this one, I've just folded the end, and it just makes it a little bit more 3D. And you can do things like just twist them slightly, curl the ends under. And if you use a bit of steam, see that? Is it blurred? Is it? If you you know, use a bit of steam on that, then it will help as well. It will help to sort of keep the shape. So I can just as quickly as possible get the other one on. Is anyone making with me here? The other one on. See if you've got any questions going on as well. Okay, cool. If you have any questions, then you can just ask in the chat box. So I'm just doing another little stitch. I should really use glue just for this tutorial really, but I don't normally use glue for things, just in case a client wants to change the hat at all. then you can take it apart if you've just stitched it. So just doing another one there. What plastic is the white leaf made from? This one is a milk bottle. So this was the original milk bottle. So I've just been cutting shapes out of that. Last one for this lot. One more stitch in this bit. What type of needles sewn through plastic, please? Found hummus pots easier than pudding pots. Sometimes I will get a needle and just make a hole in it, so I'm not trying to go through all the time. Sorry, with a pin, I'll make a hole with a pin because they could be a little bit stronger, and then I'll go through with my needle because I don't want to snap my needle. So if it's quite thick, I'll actually go through with and make the holes first with a pin. So this is all right. I seem to be getting through this okay. So we're getting there for this one. And then I will put on all the little ones. I mean, you can keep going and keep going. There's so many different things you can do, and just experimenting, putting things on, and you know, your middle bit and your stamens and curling them up. I've seen some flowers that you guys have made when it's all just coming up the side, and that's really nice. And I hope that you've, you know, opened your mind up with the whole recycling and plastics and just using things around the house idea. So we've got that, and then I'll put some of these on with the curly bit. It can either go down or it could go up slightly, and then it just starts to become more 3D and more 3D, and then afterwards we can put the flower on. So I just rest this on for now, because otherwise I'll be here for hours. So I've just got 3 little ones there, and you can see it starting. Can you all see that all right? Just starting to curl up. And then we want the then we want this one. So much easier doing actual video already than doing lives, but this is fun. So then this one can then go in the middle like that, and then the other little one on top. Let's see if I try and get all 3 in one stitch. If you're making at the moment with me, then feel free to unmute yourself, come on and say yes, and then show me what you're doing.
I'm a yes. I'm actually working with an old drop cloth. I'm doing a little floofy flower. It's this weird, it's really hard to get a needle through, but it's like delicate fluff, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice with sisals as well. You can do that. So it's lovely. Well done. You've got on.
I'm at the little white flower, little white petal stage
Oh,
there.
yeah. Oh, that's nice because yours are curling up the side.
Mm.
That's lovely.
I've got a thin plastic bag here. with different-
Okay. That's good.
So
That's
it kind of looks a little floppy.
That's easy to get through. That's good. You could always put something hard at the back, but then it's going on the hat, so it'll be fine. It's good to have some floppy and some rigid.
I didn't
I'm making
have.
two. I've
I
got
didn't
white,
have.
I'm just adding some pink.
Sorry. Say that again. Cynthia, do you want to go?
I didn't have foam, so I'm using a little cinnamon.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, that's good. That or felt or anything like that. That's great. Sorry, who was the other person?
Hey.
I'm working on one.
I don't know.
Hi. I couldn't find any felt, but I had a little bit of I do a lot of dressmaking, so I had a little bit of a fleece fabric that I've used for the back.
Okay, that's good. Fleece, yeah.
So I'm getting there.
Well
Just
done.
some pink onto the white, and then I'm going to move them around a bit.
Well done. Good, fun. I'm glad you're all making with me.
I'm using tin cans and some bottle. But I'm sewing it to milk bottles, so it's quite difficult because I haven't got anything else here.
But tin cans, so you cut up tin cans and you're...
Yeah, because I thought they're quite funny.
Have you done anything to the edges?
No, not yet. I tend to sew the things together and then shape them. I find that a bit easier.
Okay. I mean, because of you don't cut yourself with it. It's not sharp.
I haven't yet.
Well done. That's good. Interesting. It's interesting.
I'm also sewing some flower shape with the colory plastic part of old folder.
I've lost you. I'll just try and find. Oh yeah. Nicole,
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, still at the stitching.
Okay, great. Well, at least you can keep stitching throughout this workshop.
Mine's a little bit floppy because I had to do it on ribbon, but it's see-through, which maybe isn't so easy to see.
Oh, where are you?
The curly ones, Rachel. Just here.
Can you wave at me? I've got loads of faces.
Hi, I'm using a mushroom tub, and it's got these like fluted parts to it, so it actually looks like leaves.
Oh yes, Nicole. Oh, green. Nice. I like your headband too. You got
Thank you. I'm so amazed what I've achieved this week.
You're all going to have to wear these headbands to Hat Week if you end up getting to Hat Week. If they have a launch night. Right, I've just got
anything like yours.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything like yours. Mine's like that.
So you've got cinema, and then
and this is a scrunchie, and then this was the top of a balloon weight.
Wow, that's fun. I'm gonna
not sure what I'm gonna do with it.
And then you can come on. So now whoever speaks will come on screen.
Sarah McQueen, I'm making one with milk bottles.
Fab. Okay, milk bottles, good. And then, so this is similar to this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this sort of done now, and then I'm just going to put. I mean, I could keep adding and adding, but I don't want to be. If some people want to get on, I don't want to be here all night just sewing in front of you. So I'm just going to show you that I'm putting that there, and then I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to show you a leaf.
I know you talk about the whole not using glue because of taking things apart, but when working with the plastics, do you?
Yeah, I think so. You could do with plastics. It's just really, it's not millinery in a way. If you're using glue on other things like cinemaze, if you're gluing the edging down and other things, and people can do that quite easily. But if you want to call yourself a milliner, then I'd say stitch it all, because I'm using the old techniques. But when it comes to modern things like this, it is quite difficult. So I would say you get away with it when you're doing things like this, because it's a different form of it.
Yeah, because I was doing like the thick, the
wow,
where you were melting. So it created the problem is with the melting effect is it creates a much thicker.
Yeah, and then you can't get it through.
Yeah, and I don't think you could risk. Or get the right shapes if not. So that's why I was kind of curious. Is it occasionally all right to cheat? And you're saying occasionally, but try to do as much stitching as possible.
Yeah, I think if you're a milliner and you do other things and you stitch most of them, and you know the techniques, you've sort of learned how to do that, and you've learned your skills, then you go ahead and you use a bit of glue on something, is fine. But I think if you just always use glue, even for putting wire in or putting edges on cinema, then I would say then I think you should learn how to stitch it. But yeah, you can get away with it with things like this.
Brilliant, thank you.
Especially things like, the Burning Man and crazy things, when you want to put horns on things and you can't always sew them on. I mean, I try to with twigs, I'll find a bit of the branch where I can go around that and sew that on, and then put some maybe some spray on it to hide the stitches. But sometimes you just can't.
Clever.
Okay, getting there. So I just make myself big.
Can you show me this centerpiece again? How far did you cut into the centerpiece? How far in did you cut?
Unspot myself. Sorry, I can see you. Sorry, say that again.
How far did you cut? How far did you cut in the centerpiece?
I can do another one. Right, chuck my scissors on the floor. There they go. One sec. I'll find them in a sec. My cat has chucked them on the floor. So here, I've stuck another one on top, but I cut right into about 1/2 centimetre in the middle. Yes, I'd say 1/2 centimetre circle in the middle there, and the rest cutting right into it. And I just did it out of this plastic. So I've used white again, so you can see it, just for quickness. But normally I would use black for that, or I would colour that in black, or I'd add a bead or something else onto it. So that one is nearly done. If I just spotlight myself again, and then things like this one, you can just sort of curl them up. And if I put that in boiling water, then that might make it go all squiffy, like you did with your bottles. And then that could be interesting as well to be on there.
Yes, please.
And for the leaf, I need to then find my scissors. So
get the thing out of the microwave, please. The cat's gone off with her scissors. The cat's knocked her scissors off. Cat. Oh, shit. Oh.
You've done that before, didn't it?
Oh,
okay, so this one here was just cut out of a milk bottle as for a leaf. And then I think I'm going to choose this as my bottom edge. And then I can start at the top and just cut. This is I've just folded it in half, so I've got my sort of middle centre bit there. And I'm just cutting to about 3 millimetres to the centre. And I'm just going to keep cutting into it. And my little cuts here are probably 1/3 of a centimetre. You could do 1/2 centimetre, but that could be too big. So say if you started with a 1/2 centimetre, then you could cut in again, and you could have lots of quarters, 2.5 millimetres for each one, and then it makes them quite small. So you can decide how small you want them to be, because they could be really, really fine if you keep making them small and keep cutting into them. So then you've got a nice edge going on there. You could have one just like that, or we could have two and do it on both sides. Just be careful not to cut right to the center by accident.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
It's Leanne here. Hello. Hi. Earlier on, I made like a feather. I don't know.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I've kind of done like I folded it in. I've cut it what you're doing now. And then I just I've just kind of picked one after the other, made like a abstract kind of. It's one of the blue cups, you know, those red cups that you get in Tesco's. You know, those really they have this in America. I guess American friends, you have those red cups. Yeah.
Cool. That's really nice. Good idea.
The solo cups.
Yeah, those big. I've got.
Yeah, red solo cups.
Yeah, red solo cups.
Yeah, they come in different colors other than just red.
Yeah, we've got blue and red.
Oh yeah, so the middle.
Yeah, Solo is the company that makes them.
Right. So I found that interesting, like the white and the blue, or you can do red and white.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. Instead of like white cups. So, and I do like your hat, Catherine.
Oh, thank you. This here is paper that you normally put a plant pot onto. We got it from a Japanese shop, lovely shop near where I work, and they sell all sorts of beautiful things that they've made. But this is just paper, so it actually looks like a veil.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Feather mount feathers. So these have all been put onto wire, and then I've got a cinema base that I've blocked to go underneath.
Really nice. Thanks, Catherine.
Thank you.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any tips? Hello. Do you have tips on how to cut through? Stitch through something that's quite thick.
You got? Is it very thick bottom? You could get your very thick pin, maybe one of these long ones, and then I wriggle. So when I'm in, I have to wriggle and make a hole with this, and then put it through. Or you could use a hole punch. Can you use a leather punch in it? Is it flat?
Well, I've been using a leather needle and it is going through, but it's more about the stitches that it's quite tricky to kind of keep going through, and because I'm layering it, it's sort of really, really tricky.
Really?
And stitches are just looking a bit.
Yeah. Can you stitch it a little bit at a time, so you're putting them together, and then maybe the last ones you'd have to use a bit of glue just to hide the stitches, or you could wrap something around the bottom of it afterwards and some ribbon.
I was thinking about doing that, so maybe I'll just have another go, and maybe I need to just kind of like pick it out and sort of do it again. I mean, it's looking good, but it's just when I can seal the stitches, I'm like,
yeah, then you need to cover them up. Things are yeah, I suppose hole punches might be a bit big, but you can probably get the smallest hole punch possible just to get through it. I mean, leather, so those belt punches. Otherwise, it's a needle, making the hole with your pin. But yeah, if it's, you could use a little bit of glue.
I might have a suggestion for Rebecca. If you are using leather tools, there is a tool called awl or pricker. Try using this, and then make a hole with this, and then sew with the needle. Because sometimes when the leather is thick, you also use an awl to make the hole and then stitch it together.
Thank you both. Thank you.
I also have a suggestion for making the little holes to sew through. You could use a thumbtack and like just put some cardboard behind it and push the thumbtack through, which would be easier than the needle because it's designed to.
Won't hurt your fingers as much, would it? That
right.
Yeah.
Or even a nail.
And if anything is really tough, I wiggle it and then it tends to go in, rather than just trying to keep pushing it through all the time with your fingers. Thank you.
You can also heat up the needle a little bit, and then it will go, you know, then it will make the hole better.
Oh, that's a good idea. Heat up your needle. Did you say heat up your needle and then push it in?
Yes, I said heat up your needle, but you can always hold the needle with the pliers.
Pull it out.
Just over a flame so that you don't burn, and then you make your hole, and then you can stitch.
Good ideas. Thank you.
I have this is a metal stud tool.
That's what I mean. Hole punch.
Yeah, it's not a hole punch. It's for a metal stud, and you just kind of. Oh, where's my?
Don't you use that on leather belts and things?
Yeah, goes onto your leather. Yeah. I was doing it into plastic, the strapping on packaging, but it was making it split in half, so I had to abandon that idea.
I love this one you've got on.
Thank you very much. I love it too. I've worn it to at least 4 meetings. So.
Really? Zoom meetings?
Yes, yeah, hangouts, yeah. Yes.
Oh, well done. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Hi, Zoe. I think I should have listened to that, because just to show you all, I've literally just snapped my needle in two.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to listen a little bit more closely.
Pins, use the real thick ones.
Yeah. Kathleen, I found a tool for doing holes in tags. So it's a tool like that.
Yeah.
Press it down, and you've got three different attachments, so you can get 3 different size holes. So like the smallest one is maybe about 2 millimeters. So that goes through plastic really, and leather as well. So you can get it on Amazon.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's just
Catherine.
the same thing. I've got one as well.
I've got a micro drill. Which is actually for yeah, it's actually very good for drilling into feathers as well. A very neat finish.
Oh my god, you have to plug that in.
It's very tiny. This is actually the largest drill. It comes with about 8 drills, and the little ones are very small. And it's a hand drill. It's like a proper hand drill, and you find it where carpenters use them for people who do fancy woodwork.
Oh, everybody's going very technical now.
Yeah.
It's getting more technical,
aren't they? What about using an awl?
Yeah, for leather.
That's what I would use it, because there's one you can get that's quite small, with small point. I would try that actually.
Hi, this is Jennifer in Charleston, South Carolina, US. It's 3 p.m. I'm in my front yard with a hat on, where everyone in my neighborhood now thinks I've gone mad. But I was able to find doll needles, which are honestly about 4 inches long, and just holding the tip over a candle flame heated them enough to pierce through even thick plastic, such as that, to put holes for sewing. So finding a super big doll needle might help.
And can you still use it after you've been through the plastic? Yep.
No, I just used it to poke the holes.
Just use it for that purpose.
Yep. And I got through all the plastics it went through fine. And we used it for several hours because my boys were really loving melting plastics.
Having fun. Right.
Catherine, I just used a drawing pin and pushed it into blue tack.
Oh, yeah.
That works perfectly well.
Yeah. Well, that's good then. So we've got thin plastic and thicker plastics, and we've got it all covered.
Yeah, that's my, where does it need to go? That's made by Clover. That's an owl, and I use that for corset making.
Ah.
You know,
so you can just wiggle it in.
Yeah, so I can make a starter hole for putting rivets and things in corsets. But that's readily available, and that's got quite a You see?
Quite wicked, isn't it? Yeah.
Quite a sharp point.
Quite a wicked point, isn't it?
It does come with a cover.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for all your tips there.
They're all very useful tips. I would go for just my pin to make whole, but they're all very useful. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to show you, this is the leaf. If you, you've all done amazing leaves anyway, but just to cut things out, and then you can twist it, and then we could put that underneath there and have a few of them, have it the other way around. So yeah, so it's fun to make that. So I look forward to seeing what you guys have come up with your flower.
I've just put a button in the middle of mine.
Yeah, good. I haven't got any here. I would do that. That's a good idea. I just finished it off nicely. I like beads because they hide all the stitches right at the end.
Yeah, I just made a bubble.
You made a bubble? Oh, let's see.
A pom-pom, actually. Yeah. Can you see?
Oh yeah, can see now.
Very nice.
Ah, cute.
And that was made out of recycled yarn.
Really? Is it? Cool. Oh, that's very pretty. Yeah, very pretty. Like that. I like the colours together. Okay, let's get on. I'm going to just quickly, whilst you're sewing now. Oh, he's back. He's back. I'm going to just go through the academy and just tell you a little bit about that, and then I'm going to tell you the prizes, and then we can open up to any more questions. So you can watch or keep sewing, and just bear with me a minute because I'm going to have to share my screen. Just some of you have already joined, which is lovely, and if any else of you want to join, then you know, please do. That's brilliant. We've had this academy for about 1.5 years now, and some people are still in right from the beginning, so it's really nice. Can you all see that? Welcome members.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Some of you here are in it as well, which thank you so much as well. And Danny, I can see you. Danny's in it. So it's really lovely. It's a really lovely community. Quite a lot of the people on this live are probably already in it. So let's play. This is just the front of it. So what it is, it's a Millinery and Business Academy. I set it up just over 1.5 years ago. And in there, I wanted to teach people how to make hats, but do it through online training so that you can do it from anywhere all around the world. So you can log in anytime, 24 hours, and just work on pieces and then stop and then start again and come back to the videos whenever you want. Also, we have a Q&A at the end of every month, so we all get together and we have a live and we talk about that particular bundle. And we have a private Facebook group, and in there you can ask any questions, talk to people. You know, it's really helpful. You can ask me anything in there, and I'm always popping in and out every day, so I can go in and answer questions. Also, you have a bit more access to me, so you can always message me, you can email me, things like that, and ask questions. So it's just a bit more than the Millinery and the Inspiring Creative Milliners one. Because that is just that sort of the free side. But this one, if you join this, then you can come into our private group for this, and then there's more help in there. So they just, if you join and you come in, then it looks a bit like this at the beginning. So you just got welcome members, and then you have a welcome video to look at. And then you have a bundle section, a bonus section, and a Facebook section. So Facebook is just to join. You have all the bundles, which are all the trainings, and then you have a few bonuses as well. And then also at the end of every month, we have a Q&A, and the date is just in there underneath. So these are just some screenshots of the website for you to have a look. So if you go into bundles, then this is just 3 bundles. We've got 22, I think nearly 23 bundles in there already. And the first one is on headpieces, so that's right at the bottom. And that's on blocking and wiring and edging. And also it's good to watch because I talked to you about blocks that you need, sort of there's different things that you need if you're a beginner that you might need to be a milliner. You know, so blocks and fabrics and what do you call it, like sisals, Petersham, things like that. So I teach you about that. And then we've got an ascot bundle on ascot headpieces. We have trilbies, we have halo crowns, we have a backer, sisal. We've got Judy Bentick, she came in and did a tutorial for us. We have flowers, Svetlana, she came on, and Svetlana Folka, she came in and did a very special class for us on clematis flower. That was amazing. We've got leather, and we've got so much in there already. And also we have the business side. So in the business side, we've got websites, how to sort of get your website up, and SEO, and how to make a basic one. And then she gives you different tips on how to sort of grow that. We've got Instagram and Facebook, PR. We've just had Pinterest. We've got ones on confidence, building your confidence so you can sell. We've got ones on pricing. There's just so much in there already for you to learn from, and these are just a couple of them. So you've got Parasizel, you've got the photography bundle as well, Not a Sizer with Judy Bentick. So there is actually 22, but this is just showing 3, and here's a few more. So the Royal Ascot, Love Your Website's SEO, Skyrocket Your Business with PR. We actually got 2 PRs, because one of them is about getting your story together, and the other one is how to, the normal PR and how to sort of skyrocket you. And then Sculptural Felt Hat as well, we've got that in there, so there's loads. So when you click on one of those, you come into this, then you'll say you pick the Ascot one, then you'll come in and you'll see an intro bundle into the Ascot one, whichever one you want. You'll also get a checklist, so you can check, make sure you've got everything. And in that checklist, there's discounts in there as well, so you can actually get discounts off certain companies. And then we've got the workbook, which tells you more about that bundle, just making sure you've got all the fabrics ready and all these sort of things, all the things you need. And then underneath that, you have the video lessons, there's me. And you can have, I think it's up to 13 lessons in one of them. Some of them are 3 lessons, some of them are 5. Most of the millinery ones are about 10 at least. And some of the business ones are sort of more 3, because they can be a little bit longer in each video. Because some videos of mine could be 5 minutes on showing you wiring specifically, and then the next one could be blocking, so it could be 10 minutes long, then the next one could be 15 minutes long. So some of them are longer than others. But it's just nice for you to dip in and out whenever you can and have a look and then learn from it. And it's all in stages, so from the beginning to the end. And also when we started this, it was easier at the bottom. So it was more headpieces at the bottom, and it gets harder as you go up. So if you're a beginner and you join us and you come in and then you think, well, I don't know that much yet, then start at the bottom, because if you start at the top, you might get a bit sort of, it's too much. So you want to learn as you go up, really. And then we've also got the bonuses. So in the bonuses, we've got an Instagram guide, a how to get funding guide, and another PR guide, which is different, which has got an even lot more of a workbook in there. So that was a different specialist. I love PR. I think PR really got me on the map. That's how I started making money and started getting a name for myself. So PR is really important, and that's how to get press and how to market yourself and publicize yourself. This is one of our business experts, Jessica Rose, and she was doing the business how to get funding one. So she's really nice, and she's the director of the London Jewellery School. So she was talking to us about business and how she's done it and how she sort of created her business. So that's really good. And just to show you the different things that you have in the Academy, if you've got the lovely community, you have the Q&A every month. So, you know, we've got that, and you can come on there and ask questions live. If you can't join us live, then you can just send me your questions and I can answer them live. And that's recorded, and that's always put in then into each training session. So if it's for that particular month, then it will go into that particular training session after we've had it. You also get support, you get access to me. You can train 24 hours a day from anywhere around the world, wherever you are, you can log in. So that's really cool. And all of this, can I move my thing up? I can't. Can you all see that? Each training, if they're sold individually, each training, you'd expect to pay at least 120, maybe some 80 for some, and 120 for others, and even more for other ones. But all of this you can get for £38 a month. Now, the reason why I bring it down to such a low price is because it's a monthly membership. So I expect people to stay in for a couple of months, because you're learning, you've got so much to sort of, you know, soak up and learn from and get to know people and come into the community. So I bring the price down because it's more like that, more of a membership site. You're not buying each individual course, you're having access by paying the monthly fee and being able to go into the website and access it and learn from it and download the workbooks and all that stuff. And if you join in the next 48 hours, you get £5 off your first month. And that code is September 5, and that's for the next 7 days. Sorry, yes, that one is for the next 7 days, you're £5 off. But actually I'm going ahead of myself, so I'll come back to that. So you're going to get £5 off your first month, code September 5. You can join for 6 months at £37 a month, and that's just a minimum of 6 months, and then after that it just rolls on for another 6 months, or you can make it monthly if you prefer, but just the first 6 months, if you pay for that, then it's 37. And if you join for a whole year, you get a month off and a couple more pounds as well, so it's a whole month and a bit you get off if you join for a whole year. So a lot of people have done that because they know they're going to stay in. There's so much to learn from, and it's a really good price, really, because you're paying about 407 for the whole year, when sometimes you pay that for just one course. So there's a lot in it, and there's a community as well. So fast bonus action, this is it. So join within 48 hours. You get that £5 off anyway within the week, but you also get a live training session with me on business. So I'm going to teach you the 5 tips to growing your millinery business. This is going to be a live workshop. So if you join within 48 hours, it's now open as of 8 o'clock for you to join. And it'll only be open for the next 2 weeks, and that's it. If you join within 48 hours though, you'll get onto this millinery bonus workshop with me, and also you go into a prize draw to win £50 off a Highland hat blocker block. So that's really nice as well. So £50 off a voucher for a Highland hat blocker block. One person's going to win that, go to a prize draw, but also you get to go on the business workshop with me and meet other people, and it's a live, so you know, you can ask questions again to me live on that, and you get your £5 off. So that's it. This is a few testimonials from people who are just lovely, who I love: Maureen, Amanda, Rachel. So they're really nice. Got a load more as well, and you can always ask people in the normal Inspiring Creative Milliners group, you know, what they think. There's a lot of people in there who are also in the Millinery Academy. And this is a few things that they've made. So this on the felt one here with the embroidery yarn, you know, the ascot one is at the bottom, another felt one, headpiece bundle one. So these are ones that people have made in the Academy, which is really nice, and loads more as well. So this is just a little bit. So that's just a little bit about that. Do anybody of you want to come on and just ask any questions about that? Just go through. So you got a 48-hour bonus, 5 tips on growing your business with me. If you want to join, and you join within 48 hours for that, you get £5 off your first month for the next week, and that is September 5 for that code. So write that down. If you join for 6 months, it's £37, and if you join for a year, it's £37, and you get a month off, and a couple of extra pounds. So that's it, and you get the community, the Q&A every month, the support, the access to me, the training for 24 hours, and you can learn from anywhere around the world.
Catherine.
Yeah?
Hi. The other day when you were talking about it, did you say something about you had to be on the waiting list to join?
That was only early bird. So people that did the last challenge with me, they went onto the wait list, and then they got, they could join early. So now it's that offer is closed, and this offer is open for everybody else to join.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Now. And it's if you join within a week, you get the £5 off, and then if you join after that, then it's just £38 a month.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great. Thanks.
Exit this.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
How often do you add new tutorials or new lessons? Like what kind of schedule is new material added?
Every month. So 1 month would do millinery, and then 1 month would do business. So it's millinery, then business, then millinery, then business. The business side we bring in experts, and the millinery side is normally me, unless I'm bringing in someone like Svetlana or Judy or another milliner to sort of do one of them, but most of the time it's always me doing that. Yeah, we've got loads of tutorials already in there, so you're joining at a really good time because there's so much already there. And what I don't want is for people to come in, binge watch, and then leave within a month, because that would not be fair on everybody that's been in it for a while. But I just hope that you stay, and it's like you know, you can watch them at your leisure and learn from them. So that's good.
Catherine, could you pay monthly for a yearly pass?
No, if you pay yearly, you buy the whole year and you get your month off, and it's £37, and then you get your month off. But if you pay monthly, is £38, and then you can leave whenever you want. So you either, if you want to lock in for 6 months, then that's a bit of a cheaper price. If you lock in for a whole year, then that's an even more cheaper price. If you pay monthly, then it's 38, and then you can leave any time you want.
Catherine, I just like hats, and I have no intention of making a business out of it, but I'd quite like to make myself lots of hats, which I don't know exactly when I'll wear, but whatever. Will you need to buy lots of equipment if you know, hat heads blocking and things like that?
The only things are, so the crown block, which I'd say is around £120. I think if you're going to be a milliner, that's such an important one to get. And then a button block is the next one, which is really useful for fascinators and like Kate Middleton hats and things. Other than that, you could, if you want to stretch further, then you could buy a brim. And then you don't need that much more than that. So do it in stages though. If you're going to buy something, just buy the headpiece one, and then you can do so much with that. So, you know, you can make, I made, well, not particularly this one, but I do show in the bundle how to make a halo crown with the headpiece block. Then this one could be done with the headpiece block, and there's just so much. When you want to do the ascot bundle, you might need a brim, but that I take into account that people haven't got lots of money to be buying all these things. So I also teach you how to block the ascot hat on a flat table. So I show you to do it that way instead. So there's ways of getting around it. And now I'm doing a percher training, and I'm saying you can buy the percher block, but if you don't have the money, you don't want to, you can actually make it with, say, one of these ones. We can put front and back and then put a dip in it and then create a percher out of that. So there are ways around it. And the other thing is the cinema, really. You've got cinema and wire and some feathers, you're okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, I hope if you want to think about it, then you can. And I'll put the code into the group. I'll send you all an email, actually. If you're on the wait list, I can send you an email with the code in it. So then you can have to think about it and decide. You can always, I mean, if you come in and then you think, I don't actually like this, then you can leave, that's fine. If you come in within 1 week and you hate it, you can just ask me for the money back. I mean, you know, I shouldn't really do that, but I'm not going to have people who are unhappy if they really don't want to be in it. But say if you go in it and you're in it for a month and you want to leave, then that's absolutely fine. But I prefer people to stay longer than that, obviously. But you know, it's up to you. You're not sort of locked in. All you have to do is cancel. You just go up to the top bar and you cancel it, and that's fine. If you want to go and you don't like it, so there's sort of no risk in that way. You can go in and have a look around it. Okay, so shall we? Sorry.
Oh, hi, Catherine. Sorry, I was just going to ask, if you try a month, does it auto renew?
Yeah. So you just cancel it. So whatever day you join is the next day, the month, it comes out on that month again the next month. So you just need to cancel it a few days before. I've got in my terms and conditions 14 days, but I'm not, to be honest, I don't worry about things like that. So if you just cancel a couple of days before, as long as it's not on the day, because then it might accidentally come out. And if that's the case, I can just give it back to you. But if you do it a couple of days before.
It wasn't the cancelling. I was thinking that if I started and tried a month and I loved it, what I didn't want was it to lapse.
Okay.
I was thinking
about it.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't want it to run out and me not know. And I thought if it's auto renewed, then that's great. That was what it was.
Yeah.
That's where my head was.
If it's monthly, it'll just do it every month. If you pay yearly, then you don't have to pay anything for another year. But then that will auto renew as well. So you just cancel it if you need to. But yeah, so it just rolls on, and then you go into the private Facebook group and you're in there as well, and then if you left the whole academy, you'd come out of that as well. So I just deal with all that, pull it out. So yeah, auto renew, so you can stay in as long as you like. I can't believe it's so good that we've had people in there from the beginning for over a year and a half, and they're just still in there because the community is great and all of the training, because there's new training every month. Some people say I'm silly creating new training all the time and that much, but I think you sort of need something every month. It's nice to look forward to something new.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
If you've joined monthly, like I have, and you haven't done it for a year, can you still do the qualification at the end?
So I've got you now. Couldn't see there. The qualification, sorry, if you join for a whole year?
I've joined monthly.
Yeah.
I've not joined for a year, but it did say that there was a qualification. If you still do it monthly, can you still do the qualification at the end of the year, or do you have to pay for the year?
The qualification, no, you don't have to pay up front, but you do have to be in it for 12 months to get the qualification. So say if you joined 2 months ago and then you start the qualification now, it will then go on for 12 months. So you would have been in for 14. Okay. So to get it at the end, it's just every month you're sending me your work for that month, and then I'm marking that, and then we're having our special live as well with that. So, and then I can crit you on that. So that needs to be 12 months. And that is separate. Have you seen that? The qualification, that is just a separate fee for that, and then you can decide if you want to or not. Nobody has to do that, but if you want to do that, then once you pay, you're in, and then you get it at the end. Yeah. That's a good added bonus, because that's the VIP section as well, so you get extra bonuses in that.
Tell us more about the qualification. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Can you tell us more, please?
Pardon?
Can you tell us more about qualification? I think someone else in the chat asking as well.
Oh yeah, are they in the chat? Okay. I must get into that. Right, yeah, the qualification is a separate thing, and that's sort of the VIP area. So you join monthly, and then if you decide you want to come into that VIP area, at the moment we've got a special early bird price because we've only just started doing it. So it should be £600, and it's only 360 for the year for now. And so for that, you do work every month, and you fill in the form and you send that to me. So say you pick a bundle, you pick ascot, then you'll work on the ascot hat, you'll send me your images of your work, and you just sort of fill in a form to sort of explain what you've done, and then I'll mark that. I'll tell you if you need to improve on anything, any stitches or anything to be able to pass, because I want everyone to be at a certain standard for that. So if I can see your stitches or anything, I'll just tell you that, and then you can work on it and send it back to me. And at the end of the month, we also have a sort of live for that, so you can come on and then I can see your work and I can tell you what I think from what you've sent me as well, so we can talk about it. And then you get a mark for that, so then that's done, so you get your plus for that, and you do that every month. You can either pick business or millinery, and at the end of 12 months, then you've completed 12 months, you've given me 12 lots of work, I've marked that. As long as you've been working on it and you're up to the right good standard, then I can give you a qualification for it, and I can say, this is accredited Catherine Elizabeth Millinery and Business Academy accreditation, to say that you've passed that. And also, because it's sort of a special area, I'll be doing bonuses throughout the year and just adding those in as well, so you'll get some extra training in that. And then we have the lives with that. So there's a few things, but that is it's up to you. You don't have to do that, so that's just something you can decide to do when you come in.
Hi Catherine, what qualification is that?
It's not a government qualification, it's a private qualification, so it's just my Catherine Elizabeth Millinery Business Academy qualification. So you can print that off and put it in a frame, put that on your wall and say you've done that. And I just like you to be up to a certain standard, so I will be marking your work more than I would now. I would actually be looking at it, and then I want to see lots of side images inside, so I can really see how your stitches are and how it's been made. And then once I think it's fine, I'll say that's fine, you passed that. So I'm not just saying yes, that's fine. I do mark your work for you.
Thank you.
And give extra help. Okay guys, shall I tell you who has won? Oh my god. So let's put it all on. We're going to answer some more questions in a minute if you've got any. So first prize is to Leanne McDonoghue de la Cruz. Is Leanne on? Leanne! Well done. So you've won first prize, and that's a millinery box. So you'll be getting some millinery supplies for you. Everyone's just wonderful, but yours had this sort of different vibe, happy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was deciding what colours. So many colours.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to decide. Yeah.
But it's quite good.
I'm glad I kind of went with it. Yeah, it's just go with it. Thank you. Oh, everyone did well anyway. Thank you.
And second prize was to Denise Shipham. Denise Shipham.
Hello!
Yours
in a daze, busy stitching.
Oh, yours is second prize. So you will get the M&S hamper. So, like, you can pick which one. So I'll message you, and then I can tell you which ones, and then you can pick which one you want.
Oh, that's thank you. Thank you
I
so
want to
much.
give it to all of you, but I can't. But we just all done really, really well. Like I said, I had so many top.
Hello.
Your microphone's on. Oops.
I know.
I'll just mute you all a second again. Right, if you want to ask anything, just feel free to come on. And the sharer prize is to Jennifer Brady. Oh, can't hear you now. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. So Jennifer Brady.
Thanks,
Well, now I've got to take some screenshots of everybody that's still on, and then we can see who is going to win the other two. I'm going to have to work it out later though, so then I'll put it into the Facebook group and I'll tell you who's won that. So the next prize for coming on and staying all this time on here is a block. So you've got a block, which I should have got it here with me. It's this one basically, to make this round headpiece one. It's wooden, so it's to make this one. If you bear with me, I'll go and get it.
Catherine, I've got a block here.
Did you say you had one? Sorry, I was halfway down. So this is it. So it's a nice block, a button block. So one of you is going to win that, and the other person's going to win a Pinterest book, which is by Ali Davis, which is an award-winning book on how to grow your business via Pinterest. And I've just learned how amazing Pinterest is, and I was doing it all wrong. And it's not really a social media site, it's more of a search engine. So it's better for getting your website and your name up there. So that person is going to win that one. So let me do it. Let me take screenshots. Bear with me. Or put your best smile on and your best hat. And some people always ask for these images to go up on the Facebook group, but if anybody doesn't want these to go on the Facebook group, then just turn your camera off or let me know. Brilliant. Right, brilliant. Well done. So you'll find out tomorrow who wins those prizes. Now let's get to questions. Anybody else got any other questions you want to ask? I'll see if there's anything in here. Congratulations, congratulations, exciting. Congratulations to the winners. That's nice. And I'm really sorry I couldn't give one to all of you, but you've done really, really well and really tried. And there was just some beautiful, beautiful creations and work. So,
I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh yeah, I can. Hi,
Yeah.
Patricia.
Hi, you know, like you can only pay monthly. Can you pay to do the exam at the end, or do you have to do the whole year payment?
No, you can join and do monthly. And then with the VIP area and the qualification, that's a one-off fee. So if you want to do that, you just click into that and pay that as a one-off fee, and then that will last for the whole year then. So you have to pay your membership anyway every month, and then the VIP qualification is just an extra, and it's a one-off payment. And then you need to stay in the academy though. So if you're going to leave the academy after 6 months, then you can't get the qualification. So you do need to stay in for the 12 months, and you're giving me work every month.
So you can't do it monthly like we're paying monthly. You can't add on.
You can do it in 2 installments. So I think it's 180 each installment. You can do it in 2, but I didn't want 2 lots of monthlies. I just thought just get it out the way for the VIP bit. So you can pay in 2 installments, which is easier than the 1. and then your membership is just rolling on in the back.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I did an entire week setting up brands Pinterest once. It's an exciting platform. I think it is. I didn't realize. I used to think it was about how many people follow you, and it's not really, is it? It's about what you can do with it, and to get your blogs up and everything. Well done, everyone. Love seeing and hearing people from around the world. Are there any books show you how to make a head block? Oh yes, the sharer person, the person that wins, Jennifer, is going to win a millinery book, by the way. Did I say that? So that's the third prize for the sharer. Are there any books to show how to make head blocks? As I know a local carpenter, wood turner, that makes all sorts. I don't know of anyone that actually, unless there's somebody here knows about one that teaches you how to do blocks, except for things like in the hat magazine, there's been ones on how to make them out of clay. I think you can do it out of, I made them out of styrofoam. So you actually spray the stuff that you spray in the back of toilets. I put that into a wok about 15 years ago or more, and then that was my first block, and then I shaved off the bottom, took it out, shaved off the bottom, and then that was my block, my sort of brim block. So you can do it like that, but actually wood, I don't think there is. But Guy Morse Browns are the guys to ask. Catherine, when working on the qualification piece, do you have to send your photos of each stage of the work, or just when it's completed? So if you work on, if you're doing the VIP qualification, if you're working on that one, then you can send it to me whenever you finished it within that month, as long as it's with me at least 3 days before our live, so I can then mark it and see, and then I can tell you on the live what I need you to do as extra if there is anything. And you need to send me photos, yes. So you can just upload photos to the area, and then you download the form, and then you just fill that out and send it to me via email. Or you can do a WeTransfer and just send me the images that way. I might need to ask for more images, but if you just send ones of your stitches and things. But I don't want to confuse people, because the VIP is like separate. If you want to do that and you come in the academy and you decide you want to do that, brilliant. But that's an extra. So right now, just think about the sort of monthly fee of the joining the academy and coming in and learning all the training, and you don't have to do the qualification if you don't want to, but that's an extra if you'd like to. How can you store fascinators at home? Hat boxes, ball-in hat boxes, tissue paper, plastic bags, as in the clear ones, anything that's going to keep the dust off it. I put them in hat boxes and up high. Well done.
I live in New Orleans, and we have an enormous culture of headpieces and hats and costumes. Everybody who lives here has a costume closet, and we keep shoe boxes to put fascinators in and just stack them everywhere.
That's a good idea. Yeah, small shoe boxes.
And cheap styrofoam wig heads.
Oh yeah, to keep them on.
The ones you want to show off.
I've got now some sort of plastic looking ones. They're clear and they're from Moreplan. If you go to Moreplan, you can get all sorts of different heads. And I pay £30 a piece for my head, and they're really quite nice and shiny now. So we get those. I forgot to tell you that if you want to join the academy, it's the Millinery and Business Academy. So it's www.millineryandbusinessacademy.com. I forgot to mention that earlier. The actual name. Congrats to the winners. It's been fun. Thank you for your time. Brilliant. Well done, guys. Problem with Pinterest is people nick photos and try to get others to make exactly the same for cheaper. I've had someone come to me to do that, and I've said no. They wanted me to make a hat as well that was on a celebrity. I said no, I'm not copying the milliner's work. Thank you, Catherine. Well done to the winners. What a group of talented people. Yes.
Catherine. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
I don't know how to store this. I'm actually just putting on a box, but how would you protect it?
I would put tissue paper underneath, and then you can sort of fold it around your cinema piece, and then you've got a hat box for it.
Because I know this might get dusty.
Yeah, just put some tissue paper underneath to hold it in place if it's on a headband, and then you can wrap some around it. And then when you get clear bags, sometimes you can so say if I get some hat blocks will come in clear bags, and I use those for blocking. I'll put hats in that as well, and I just to keep the dust off it. But if it does become dusty, you can get a hairdryer and just blow it gently with a hairdryer outside, get rid of the dust. And if anything ever becomes squashed, then you can put it over the steam of a kettle, and it just sort of brings it back to life. Anything natural, silk or straws.
I'm a bridal seamstress, and I was always advised never to put wedding dresses in plastic and to wrap them in acid-free tissue paper. So I don't know whether that applies to any of the millinery work.
I would say put them in hat boxes first, and tissue paper in hat boxes. Just if you don't have any hat boxes, you can put it in a bag. But yes, you don't want it anywhere where it's going to sweat. So you know, if it's near a heater, or if you've got a damp room or something, then you might get condensation in it. But I suppose if you're storing for a long time, then yes, don't do that. But I tend to put them in that if I'm putting them in a box, and I know I'm going to be taking them out soon, and it's not it's not something that's going to be sitting there for a long time and getting damp. But that is something to think about, yes. But acid-free tissue paper, yes, that's definitely something you should think about, because otherwise it can, I think it can damage the hat, can't it? Or the clothes, sorry, and it might start eating into it. But also, you don't want to use coloured tissue paper, because then the dyes can come off on it if it gets wet.
Okay, hope that helps someone anyway. So
yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations, congratulations,
Catherine.
Hello.
Hi.
I can't see. Oh yes, Jackie.
Hi. I've had a bit of a 4 or 5 days. Mother had a fall, and the people in the group today were really supportive. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. And yes, I did arrive tonight and come on to Zoom. So thank you for the support. It's a great group. Just a quick question. I bought my Cinemate at the start of the week from Petersham's. Mine seemed very, very stiff to what yours was on your first live.
It is from them. It's quite stiff, but I think it's quite nice. It's because sometimes I can get it thinner, and then I find the weaves are a little bit out, or there's a pull bit in it from other places. So I think it's more expensive from them, but it is stiffer. It's harder to work with, but it's going to be better.
Right. Okay. So there's not different grades of it.
No, it's different companies, because I always said, was it McCulloch and Wallace had Parkin once. I got some stuff which I didn't like too much, and then McCulloch and Wallace was good, and then but Parkin actually supplied them. So sometimes it can depend on just that batch that they've got. There isn't grades of Cinemate though on good or bad. It's just how much they happen to put glue in, or where it's come from for that company.
Right. So is there something I can do to make it a little bit more pliable, or is it just a matter of stretching it and working with it?
If you want to do more trims, then you could order it from somebody else. Then it's going to be a bit thinner, so it's easier to work with. But I think Petersham's, it always seems to be quite thick. But steam it, so put it a little bit over the kettle, or if you've got I suppose a boiling hot cup of water, and you could just hold it over the edge of that. But also if you dampen it, so if you get a little spray gun of water, you can spray that on the edge. You can lick your fingers, damp your fingers and roll it. So all of those things will help it, and stretching it as well.
Thank you. But again, thank you to the guys in the group this afternoon. I really do appreciate their kind comments after Mum's fall. So thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad everyone helped. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Catherine again. Sorry to interrupt. I got my Cinemate from Petersham's, and as I said on my day 1, day 2, day 3 thing, I do have left hand weakness, and I did find it quite stiff. But I just had a bowl of water, and it in on the edge. I don't know if that would help anybody, but obviously my left hand doesn't work very well. But I did manage to do it by dipping that in and just doing a small section at a time. I don't know if that would help anybody.
Yeah, so you can either dip your fingers in it, or you could spray it a little bit. I've got a spray bottle to spray on it. Did you dip it in the water, the actual cinnamon?
I just dipped it in the water just a tiny bit. I didn't get it too wet, just dipped it very quickly and then stretched and rolled it. But like I said, this hand doesn't, these don't work. So I only have those and I still managed to do it. So yeah, so it took me a bit longer, I think, but yeah. So.
Well done. Doing it. That must be hard. It's hard enough as it is.
Yeah, it's all right. I've got used to it. It's not worked very well for a few years, so but I just thought it might help somebody else. So.
Thank you. That's kind. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a spray bottle, Catherine, that
I
was spritzing, but it wasn't the rolling that was the issue. It was more the sort of twisting and getting it to bend over to a shape.
Did you pull it on the bias? Did you
yeah, but
it still wasn't. Did you wet
not
that
enough?
as well?
No, I didn't. I only wrapped the bit I was rolling. The wet to the bit I was rolling.
If you let the kettle boil and just with some pliers hold it over the steam of a kettle, it'll make the whole thing go floppy, and then you can work with it really quickly and just pull it about a bit.
Right.
Better than spray bottle.
Right. Okay. Thank
just
you.
Put a bit of water on it and spray on it. Yeah, because it will go all that when it's damp like that. Or you can put it on a table, put a wet cloth on it, and an iron the thing so it goes really damp, and then you can scrunch it all up, and it goes into really cool shapes. You can pull it,
right.
So it's much easier when it's damp.
I'll have another go. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just looking to see if there's any questions as well on the side. So please feel free to come on and ask any other questions if you want to live, and then I'll just go through these as well. So everyone's saying what a talented group, that's nice. Congratulations to everyone. Amazing work from you all, congratulations. When will the qualification VIP areas start? Well, we have started it this month, but it will be sort of whenever you want to start it, then you can then have that for 12 months. So you'll start it for 12 months. So it's, you know, you can start whenever you want for that, but the price will go up in the new year. So you want to join it before that, because at the moment it's sort of an early bird thing, so it's cheaper. Does it indicate which bundle to start with? I tell you in my email when I send it to you, when you join up, just to start with the headpiece bundle at the bottom. Even if you are experienced, it's just a good one to start with because it talks a little bit about blocks and the instruction. So please do that and then work your way up. Love the challenges, Academy, and the Academy suits as well, as you can do it whenever you have a free time. Yay, thank you. Just join the Academy, Celia, brilliant. I've loved every minute, I have to go, it's fine. Super great to see your fabulous work. Back to the Academy, Laura, thank you. Any tips on how to make fabric stiffener? Fabric stiffer to shape and form. Actual fabric glue you can get. Silly question, but what happens if you get caught in the rain with cinema? With all the hats be ruined? It would be ruined, but they might get a bit soggy. You don't want to crush them at all or touch them much when they're wet, or sort of put it into a box. I would leave it out to dry and just somewhere airy, because you don't want, if once you touch it, it might scrunch. But you can always bring it back to life again with a little bit of steam and just running through it if it does get squashed. But tell people to, light shower is okay, just tell people not to stand out in the rain with them on. This was fun, can't believe my internet went out just as you took the pictures of us all. Oh no! Mela, okay, I've got your name. I'll check if you're on it.
Catherine?
Can you
give the name of the can you give the name of the author of the book on Pinterest?
It's Ali Davis.
Okay, thank you.
So she is in our academy as well. She's got a Pinterest bundle which she's just created for us. So if you're in that, then you can go and have a look at that as well.
Catherine.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. If you don't join the academy, are you planning on doing any more of the challenges that we could just join in with?
I only do them every few months, so I'm probably doing another one. Well, some people are telling me they want one before Christmas, but probably it might be just be before Christmas, or it will be after Christmas.
Okay.
So I'll probably do one on felt next.
Lovely. I love felt. Thank you.
I tend to do them every 3 or 4 months.
Oh, okay. I'll look out for that then.
I was thinking about doing a live Zoom where we do something like one of these Halo bundles or something, you know, more of a course online, but that's something I'm thinking about doing, so I haven't advertised that at all, away from the academy, so that would be a separate thing. But for now, because I'm just so busy with everything else, it's just the academy, or the free one is always going to be on Facebook, so it's not so intense as a Zoom one, just more fun.
Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome. Also do private tuition when we're all away from COVID. Normal. It's been a fab few days trying to create something, going to take a lot of practice to get it right. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you, Catherine, that's brilliant. I bought some boxes from IKEA that are suitable for hat boxes. Good idea. Thank you very much. The nice evening. I'm a designer and seamstress. I found this had my mind churning so much with design, seashells, living air plants and dried flowers. I'm glad that you've all, you know, got creative and got your mojos. Got to leave. I'll spend some time with the hubby. Sorry?
I'd like to thank you, Catherine, for doing what you've done, because it's quite inspirational. A lot of us have been struggling through COVID. I have a non-essential shop and obviously been closed from March through to June, and I've just literally got back in my shop and unfortunately had a flood. When we had a fantastic thunderstorm, it flooded my shop out. So I'm an interior designer, and I also a bridal seamstress, so it's really knocked me sideways, but this has just given me a little bit of joy and a little bit of inspiration. So and I don't know how everybody else feels, but I'd like to say thank you very much for giving of your time, you know, and I really appreciate that you've helped give me a little bit of lift.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
That's what I wanted, just to get everyone's, like, if you're out of spirits with making, get your mojo back, and then start creating again. Yeah, and a lot of people are still in lockdown, aren't they, on their own and things, so it's good to have a community.
I'd like to thank you, because I've been in for nearly 5.5 months and I live alone, and I've been down to London on a tutorial for 2 days, which was very expensive. Now I'm in the north in Liverpool, so this is a marvelous experience to be able to have something that is in London and still have it available online. Really most enjoyable, and great meeting different people from everywhere and seeing what other people do with all your ideas and your own all together. It inspires so many things. You know, you may just want to make a flower. By the time you finish this, you know, I want to rule the world, you know, making that, you know, it's just been absolutely marvelous. I'd like to thank you.
Thank you.
With it being free, particularly, it's fantastic. There isn't many free things around now, apart from Corona, maybe. That's
yeah,
but,
I did one.
So thank you very much, everybody. Yes, lovely. Yeah, and the winners, the hats are all beautiful. Particularly the winner, very, very nice. Everybody else's is gorgeous, and my own as well.
Yeah, yours is good too. I had my eye on yours.
Very enjoyable.
Did you wrap it all in the fabric as well?
Yes, I did it in the just wrapped it round, you know, just give us a bit of a texture, you know.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad. We did the first challenge probably 9 months ago, and then the last one was during COVID, and that went really well. Everyone just, it was nice because we were all sort of locked up. So yeah, it's good. I'm glad you all like it. We can keep doing them.
It's been absolutely fabulous. Really, you know, I've been. Tomorrow I'm going to get the Hoover out. It's either that or sell it. One careful owner, hardly used.
Oh, thank you.
Might make a hat for the Hoover. Might be an idea.
And the cat.
Mine was on the mixer in the kitchen.
That's where it belongs. Yeah. It's been a great experience.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Catherine?
Hello?
Yeah, Nicole again. I got a question because I originally joined the challenge because I wanted to learn a little bit about cinema and what type of material it is and how to handle it and stuff. And it helped me a lot, and also got my creativity started again. Can you recommend some books or workshops or something, some other material to learn about historical hats and fascinators from the Victorian era?
Oh, there's one book called From the Neck Up.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, and Danny might know. Danny, do you know any Victorian millinery books?
I've got a few hats, but not many. No, not really. I don't think so.
Books from Victorian, books from sort of a history on making hats. Because you're you know, you
I'm a costumier, yes.
Sort of costume and things like that from
but
all I know is From the Neck Up, that one.
I haven't got much. No, I haven't got many books about that. No, especially costumes. But hats is a different department. It was somebody else used to make the hats. You've got to be a milliner to make the hats. Did you see my beautiful cat? I saw one.
I just saw him. Did you see him jumping all over me? You're lovely.
Come and say hello. Come and push. Don't be naughty. Yeah.
Yeah, so Nicole, just get the one From the Neck Up. That is, I think it's written in Victorian times. It's really old. It
is.
And they talk about design and all sorts in there. It's quite good. How they would
Oh.
Lovely Danny. He's not happy, is he?
Not happy. Say hello.
Get off me.
Woo.
What's going on? What's that?
It's my naughty servant.
Say hello to my girl.
Oh dear.
Cat in the hat.
And her brother.
Stop being naughty. Stop it.
Oh, great. Oh.
So thanks again for the book recommendation, and I hope there will be another challenge soon.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, probably. It depends if we're in lockdown or not, I think. If we go into lockdown again, then we'll definitely have one before Christmas. But if we're all a bit crazy with Christmas and wanting to meet up with people, then maybe after Christmas, because it might be busy. Yeah. But yeah, we will.
I think I've got a few patterns.
Sorry?
I've got a few patterns. I bought a few patterns to make some hats. You can buy some patterns
Victorian,
to make Victorian hats.
Oh, that's good. Where did you get those from?
McCall's and also you've got to look in all the books, but you can find a few. Oh, like bonnet type, like sort of bonnet or but you can stop it, so burn your bed. Not the villa.
And probably Pinterest, actually. If we start going into Pinterest, it'd be like a rabbit hole. You then find other things and links to things.
I find Pinterest is really good for that.
Yeah, you can get lost on it, can't you, for ages?
Yeah.
I did find some pictures of Victorian age hats and fascinators and stuff, but not on how to make them, and especially not on what you have to keep in mind when making a Victorian age design. And so I just thought of asking you because maybe you might know something.
Yeah, I just like that one From the Neck Up, but all the other ones I've got are quite 80s hat books. I'll keep an eye out because it's not something I normally would look for, so it wouldn't cross my eye. But looking now, if I think about it, then I might find some for you. But if anybody else knows of any, then put it into the. You could always put a question into the Facebook group and see if anyone else comes up, because costumiers would know.
What about the historic royal palaces? They have a lot of because I've taken a couple courses on their clothing and such. Would they have something on the hats?
Yeah, they might do. That's worth a try.
Would the Victoria and Albert Museum have
I was
anything?
just going to say Victoria and Albert. We were there. We were there last May, and there's quite you probably find something there. You went on their website. I think you find something.
In there, you can also get the Christian Dior one and all the Stephen Jones ones.
Yes, I'm a member of the V&A. I'm a member of the V&A, so I go a couple of times a year, you know, there, and they're very, very helpful if you go for any inquiries at all.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that, but since I'm living in Vienna, this is sort of difficult.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Nicole, I'm in the US, so I'm only seeing this stuff on, you know, the internet.
Yeah. Although I was pretty amazed when I think it was the V&A Museum, which had a Japanese exhibition this year.
Fabulous.
And they made a virtual tour on it on YouTube, and I was like, God, thank you for Corona. I can finally see this exhibition.
I went to the Dior exhibition. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. I've done this early on the year. Incredible.
Yeah. I saw the Dior exhibition in Paris. It was fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah. But I saw the kimono. I went because I'm a member, so I went to see it.
Yes.
It was really fabulous.
Oh, it was breathtaking, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was really, really good. Yeah, and after it closed, unfortunately, so I couldn't see Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if they're going to do it. They didn't answer. They don't know. We'll see.
Occasionally, the Imperial War Museum does one. I've been looking. I can't get my hand on it, but there was a book called Fashion on the Ration at one point.
Oh, yes.
One that's sort of Great War fashion that has a bit about the history.
Yeah.
But not, you know, it doesn't tell you how to make them.
No. Well, I'm old enough to remember a ration book. I'm old enough to remember one of those. Yes, I had one.
If you look in the comments, Mella's put here, written it, From the Neck Up was written in 1981 by Denise Dreher, Dreher. Just to let you know.
Where's the book?
The book, yeah. So it's written by Denise Dreher, Dreher.
The book is right here.
What's that? Oh, you've got it! Yes, that's the one. I bought mine 20 years ago and I can't find it now, and I loved it. I have to try and get another one.
Okay, so
could you show us inside it?
Sure.
And just show you a bit of it. I loved what they were saying about design. But it also tells lots of different things, doesn't it?
I don't know what I'm landing on.
Okay, thank you. That shows you a bit of it.
Looks very exciting.
Okay, I think I've gone through all the questions. Some people have joined the academy, which is really nice. Everyone's saying well done to everybody, and thank you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Lovely meeting you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay well.
Bye.
All stay very well.
Yes.
Bye.
It's been wonderful, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
We all say bye and then we stay.
Yeah.
Maybe wants to
Au revoir. Au revoir.
I need a vodka though.
Miss Liverpool, au revoir.
Perhaps we'll put the music on now and have a bit of a boogie.
Yes, good idea. I'm in your class.
Thanks, Catherine.
Thanks again.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, thank you. I love your piece as well. Yours nearly won, Arland. It's lovely.
Oh, thank you, Shirley. Hi, thank you so much. Bye, everyone. You've been amazing. I've loved being part of this. Thank you, everyone, so much.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Welcome. Thanks.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.